All right. Welcome back, Melanie. Sorry, the I don't know. There was an issue with my connection or something. It just booted me out of the game or from broadcasting, I should say. I was stayed logged in on Red Dead server, but for some reason, um, it bumped me out from broadcasting. So, 70 levels in the Rift. Okay. All right. Is there like do they progressively get harder? Like it's been so freaking long since I've played that game. Um I'm sure that there's a lot that's changed. Yeah, my Michael. I don't know what happened. I didn't get disconnected from the Rockstar servers, but I did get booted from broadcasting. So, but I am back. Apologize for the interruption. Right now, I am trying to make. What was the character's name again? Johnny Dogs. From Peaky Blinders. I mean, there's really only one hairstyle that has like the widow's peak that he has, but it just doesn't look good. Like even with pomade, it's just not. It's too long. It's too like this character, I guess, has more shorter cropped hair. Okay. About how long does a match usually take? Yeah, it's actually not a Planet of the Apes character. It is supposed to be a monkey, but obviously, like I can't shrink him down to monkey size. That's actually from an animated show on Hulu right now called Hit Monkey. If you haven't seen it, I would really recommend it. It's like this. It's kind like the best way I can try to describe it. It's like if John Wick was a monkey. Like it's a really entertaining show, and don't misunderstand like the fact that it's a cartoon. It's violent, like it's very violent. Okay, 20 minutes on average. All right, so it doesn't take forever, but it's not like a quick 5-minute deal and you're done. Where's the one with the deep? All right. And are you still playing as Ash, or like Melanie? You're gonna have to forgive me because I the longer it's been, the less I seem to remember about it. Um, Elf on the Hook. I think I would pass on that. I I rather enjoy the whole living thing. Um, but isn't that like eh. You can play as different characters in different rifts or tombs or whatever, right? No. Okay. So if you're playing in the Saw themed rift, you can't play Ash. Any character at any time unless you are. So there's, I'm sorry, there's, okay, so there's an offline and online component to this game. I could have sworn there was only an online when I tried it. Time travel exists in Star Wars? In, like, like, in the Star Wars universe now, or are you talking about the extended universe? Only online. Okay. Groovy. I can't do that voice. Groovy. I don't know. Oh, they apparently now have Discord for PlayStation. I have to figure out how to set that up, and then like there can I would assume that there'd be actual chats that could happen. In the universe now. Okay, when did it happen in the Star Wars universe now? Because like before Disney bought Lucasfilm, like there was the extended universe, and they, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But after Disney bought them, like they basically said, nope, only this stuff is canon, unless we say otherwise. And so like all the novels that were out, that existed, were out. Most of the comic books were out. Like any of the stories that happened in there. Yeah. And granted, I'm by no means very knowledgeable on the Star Wars. I'm more of a Star Trek guy, to be completely honest. But I have seen all the movies. I've been watching the the Disney series. I think I watched the Ewok Adventures when I was a kid, but don't hold me to that. Please do that again. The whole groovy thing, that groovy voice. I feel like I'm insulting both Ash and Duke Nukem by trying to imitate that. Like I expect either Duke Nukem or Ash to kick down my door, come at me with a chainsaw, or possibly a BFG. No wait, BFG is Doom. Oh, I'm sure that but I am slaughtering it, but in a good way. I don't know how that works really. How can I be very bad at it but in a good way? That sounds like a contradiction. Or are you just hoping that I keep doing it until one of those guys bursts through my door and then they can get on here and do it the proper way? Do I have... Yeah, I have moles on this guy. I want to get rid of those. Maybe. Alright, well, that's priorities, I guess. I'm not worried about your safety. I want to hear, like, the real Ash. You know what? I should feel insulted, but I don't. Because I would do the same thing. I'd be like, hey, if we can get Bruce Campbell in here. Oh, Melanie, have you seen the new Scream movie? I mean, don't spoil it for me because I haven't yet. Oh shoot, I was gonna rent the new Halloween movie tonight. Shoot. Okay. I heard it was actually really good. I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I don't know, I've tried to go back and watch some of those earlier Scream movies, and I haven't enjoyed them as much as I did at the time. I don't know if my tastes have just changed or what the deal is there, but there we go. That's what I was looking for. I gotta get those eyebrows changed. That's throwing me off. Yeah, I was surprised, like, when I was looking through requests, like, some of them that I've been putting up lately, like, they're from, like, 6 months ago. So, I didn't think it was that long ago. Is Campbell a man with a network? If Bruce Campbell would be on my channel, like, I would literally just sit back and let him do whatever he wanted. Like, even if he just wanted to sit there and ridicule me for as long as he was on it, like, I would just be like, sir, have at it. Just do what you will, and thank you for being here. Like, I wouldn't argue with that at all. What if Anakin Skywalker didn't become Darth Vader? I mean, that would have changed a lot of things. Like, like the definitely the original trilogy wouldn't exist. It would be, Melanie, did you mean far? It would be ball worst. Ball worst for the galaxy. Far worse for the galaxy. I feel there was a typo. I mean, it would be more worse for the galaxy. Yeah. Well, see, that's just it, though. Is that, like, okay? And Michael, I'm guessing you have more, you know, Star Wars knowledge than I do. But from my understanding, is that the Sith are their powers are. I mean, obviously, you know, they have the whole, like, midichlorians or whatever. You know, their ability to harness the Force comes from the same thing as the Jedi, but what makes the Sith their power even greater is that it's fueled by fear and pain, and it's very emotion based, and that, if I remember correctly, Vader's suit was actually supposed to help inflict pain on him. to help power him more. Is that correct? And if that is correct, then if he didn't have... If Anakin never became Darth Vader in the suit... Because, I mean, he became... Anakin became Darth Vader before he put on the suit. He was he was knighted by Darth Sidious as Darth Vader before he got the suit. But if he never got that suit, he wouldn't have been as powerful, because the suit helps fuel his pain, and the pain in turn helps fuel his powers. Is that correct or no? He would be too powerful without the suit, you think? Why would why would he be too powerful without the suit? Because the suit is like, it doesn't dull his powers at all, I don't think. I thought it actually amplified them because of the pain it inflicts on him, feeding his whatever force ability. Again, this is speculation on my part. I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy out there. Not by a mile. I mean, that's true. I mean, he did have... he was certainly able to breathe better before he needed the suit. Yeah. Gives him disadvantages. Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, the suit wouldn't be able to... The suit keeps him alive, basically, at this point. You know, without it, he would have died. If he didn't turn to the dark side and stuck with the chosen one side. That's very magnificent. Needed force abilities. Sorry, I'm reading out loud. Yeah, I mean, okay, so Anakin, like... God, it's so hard to tell, like... I mean, anything that I think of, obviously, with well, and anything that anybody thinks of, to be perfectly blunt about this, you know, obviously is not canon. It's not something that we can necessarily prove. Games modes. I mean, yeah, maybe. But, like... I don't know. See, and that's just it, though, is that, like... Okay, so Anakin was supposed to be... was believed to be... Let me put it that way. He was believed to be the chosen one. Hello, Yoris! Yoris Nata. I remember you've been in here before, so hello again. It's believed that Anakin was supposed to be the chosen one, but it also could be that it wasn't necessarily him that was supposed to be the chosen one, but he was necessary, like for he was necessary in the sense that, like for like say Luke Skywalker or Leia, like without Anakin, neither one of them would have been born, and Luke, like, well, who? Okay, so I guess this really comes down to is who would you consider is the one that brought balance to the Force, and whoever that person is who would be considered the whatever the chosen one. Because that was the prophecy, if I remember correctly, that like the chosen one was supposed to bring balance to the Force. Anakin definitely did not. He wasn't the one that brought balance to the Force. Yoda was the chosen one. I mean, through his teachings, I would say he certainly helped. Yeah, well, and see, that's Darth Vader brought balance to the Force when he killed Palpatine. I mean, yeah, that's also true. I mean, like him or hate him, the Disney trilogy does count as canon. I mean, that's just the way it is. Like, personally, I liked The Force Awakens. I really didn't care for... What was the... I didn't care for the two that came after it. I liked The Force Awakens when I'm having like Ben Solo. I'm having trouble remembering his Sith name right now. But like when that blaster was fired at him and he stopped it like in the air, like that was something we had never seen before. But then again, they had like whatever that fan made video that like Kylo Ren, thank you. There was like that fan made video where like all these rebels are firing their blasters at Darth Vader and he's stopping them all. Which, I mean, in theory makes sense because he was supposed to be so powerful. I mean, he should have been more powerful than Kylo Ren. But seeing that for the first time, that was like just jaw dropping. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't see, and this is the thing though, is that like people who grew up with the original films are going to say that the rest of them suck. People who grew up with like a specific trilogy of the films are going to say that the other trilogies suck. Like people who grew up with the newest ones will probably think that the original trilogies just seem outdated and clunky. Like, to me, the original trilogy is the best. I did like The Force Awakens. I thought Revenge of the Sith was okay. But I felt like the prequel trilogy, I felt like that was... It focused too much on politics. which I mean is understandable because it had to lead up to the original trilogy. But yeah. Sister 19? What? I feel like that's the fanciest way that somebody is like I've ever been botted. I'm thinking Andrea is a bot. But at least it's, you know, a realistic looking name. So kudos on the bots, I guess. I mean, considering this is Star Wars that we're talking about right now, we can call her a droid. We can say Andrea is a droid. So what? Okay, so honestly, I'm not very very aware of what his original like 9-movie story arc was intended to be. Obviously, he got the original trilogy that he wanted, and then the prequel trilogy is again, you know, still under his reigns. But I don't know what the third, like whatever the third trilogy, the 7, 8, and 9 was that he originally had wanted. But I do. I know. I'm pretty sure. Wasn't Leia supposed to become a full-fledged Jedi in the final trilogy? I might be getting it confused with one of the comic stories I read. I do remember like Leia having become a Jedi. She got a yellow lightsaber. Yeah. Whereas in the Disney trilogy, she just had some like force awareness, force usability. George Lucas's vision. Well, what? Okay, so what? Well, I mean, okay, and one thing we do have to consider here, Michael, is the fact that, like, I'm willing to bet that his George Lucas's vision had them a bit younger as well, not like not when they're like in their 60s. So I mean that has to be taken into consideration as well. Is the best? How dare you? Everyone knows Chewbacca is the best. I mean, Black is. I'm not going to deny he is pretty damn cool. But come on, you have to give it up for the first and best Wookiee. Have you guys seen the Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett? Ewoks with the nub. See, that's just it, is that everybody mocks the Ewoks, but they ate people. Like, the Ewoks ate people. I was gonna say that they were cannibals, but they're not cannibals. They don't eat their own. They ate people. Like they had like Han Solo and whatnot just like on a stick. They were ready to like cook him up. So Michael Prince, if you see, like, okay, so what are your thoughts on Cad Bane then? Because I knew about the character, but honestly, I hadn't seen him in anything. I I don't know if he was in. I know that he was in one of the animated series before, but I don't know him from anything else. I saw like his figure in the stores before, but I mean that was a pretty Cad Bane. Isn't that his name? Cad Bane? Kind of like a gunslinger looking alien, blue skin, big orange eyes. Kind of looks like what is it? Crypto from Destroy All Humans. It's hey, okay, so to be fair, I'm not mocking the Ewoks. Like I you know, I actually remember as a kid I had like a Ewok eraser, like that one standout Ewok, the one that was like befriending everybody. I had one that looked like him, but he was an eraser. Yeah, Clint Eastwood. Um, I mean, you have been watching the Book of Boba Fett. Yes? No? No? Yes? You're in love with the Ewoks. You need a pet Ewok? I don't think they'd accept themselves as being pets. I think honestly, I think they would try and start a fire in your apartment or your home, to cook whatever whatever they were gonna have for the evening. Um, I'd be willing to bet they make a really great hammock. And 40 finished. Bad match. Yeah, I've see with like whatever Clone Wars, Rebels, there was some animated series that was really similar to Clone Wars. I honestly like I watched one of the series, but then they came out with more of it, and then they had this. I honestly I don't remember which one I had watched first. I have been enjoying Bad Batch. Just the fact that they're all basically like defective clones. And that they didn't follow through with Order. What is it? Order 67? Order 88? I'm forgetting what the name of the order was, but except for the first the tank of the group, they had to take him down. Well, not take him down like kill him, but just take him down like, knock him unconscious so they could get that chip out of there. Yeah, Order 66. Okay. I was like, I felt it was right with Order 67, but I still felt it was sort of off. And I also thought that it was like the number was supposed to be the same, so that's where the 88 came from. But yeah, Order 66. Bone broth would be good enough for them. Would you rather pet an Ewok or a ooh. I think I would rather have a pet Jawa. I mean, these are both intelligent creatures, though. So, I mean, like, assumably they're self-aware. I can't believe I'm getting hooked into a Star Wars discussion when I know, like, I'm finding. Okay, honestly, I'm finding out, like, through this discussion, I know more than I thought I did. It's like when I started naming off Pokemon, and I was like, I don't pay attention to Pokemon at all. How do I know what Mewtwo is and everything? But yeah, I think between the two, I would rather have a Jawa, just because they're scavengers, they're scroungers. They like Jawas would help you like pay the rent, where an Ewok would probably get you evicted. That's how I feel. Like a Jawa would like assemble stuff and repair stuff. Maybe take stuff to a pawn shop. An Ewok would set fire to your place by trying to turn your neighbor into dinner. Like that's the, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the safer bet with the Jawa, but at the same time, I do feel like a Jawa might still get you evicted by breaking into your neighbor's place and just stealing whatever they thought they could make money on. So I think ultimately it's probably just safer to let them be free. Definitely need to age this guy up. This is also true, but well, that might be too old. Yeah, your cat or dog into. I'll tell you right now, like if like if they tried to turn my dog into dinner, they'd be gone. They would be gone. Don't put up with that. Oh. Detective Pikachu. Okay, I'll admit, like, I did see Detective Pikachu just because I really like Ryan Reynolds. But I want to say about a third of the way into the movie, I figured out what was going on there. Didn't I mean it was a good movie. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really follow Pokemon at all, so I can't really complain. I can't really say one like. I can't say something about it one way or another. I personally didn't care for the ending, but I enjoyed the movie in general. I honestly, I really loved how they turned like two-dimensional animated characters into like a fully realized three-dimensional like creature. Like there isn't like I don't know if you've ever tried to like see, if you've ever seen things that have been like created in two dimensions as a 2D image, and like I want to say like any South Park character is a good example. Like they always try and bring him into 3D, like little figures or whatever, and it never works. It never works. But this was amazing. Like Pikachu looked appropriately adorable. Trying to think of the other ones that were in there. Charizard. Charizard? Charizard. Charmander's the small one. Charizard looked fantastic. What was it? Ghastly? See, this is the thing. I know these names. I know these names, but I've never watched. I shouldn't say never watched, but like the collective amount of time I've spent watching Pokemon, is probably less time than the length of the movie Detective Pikachu. Like I've maybe seen like 3 episodes of Pokemon. Okay, what kind of dog is it though? Some dogs are annoying, like Chihuahuas are top of the list. Is it is it really a Chihuahua though? Is it really, or are you just like saying it's a Chihuahua because it's? Feel so sorry. Oh, dude, I had such a childhood. You wouldn't even know. Like, it's like I saw all the best cartoons. Come on, man. I had Batman and jeez, Batman, Gargoyles, Ninja Turtles, He-Man, like freaking man, yeah, no. I had childhood aplenty. It's well, I'm just looking up something here. Gives you the death stare. I mean, I the only Chihuahua I ever thought was actually cute was the little Taco Bell Chihuahua. Um, like any other Chihuahua, I just I think they're more closely related to rats than they are dogs. Like it's like a little barking football. You drop kick it. I shouldn't say that. I would never actually drop kick a dog. Like generally speaking, I honestly I don't feel like I feel like most people don't actually deserve the awesomeness that is a dog, because like dogs are just like, I feel with the exception of a Chihuahua, they just like have unconditional love for whatever family they're with. So it's yeah, I don't know. You don't know what to do with the katana now? Um I mean, is it okay, so is it a functional katana or is it a decorative one? It's Michael. One thing. Okay, so one thing you have to realize is that when I was a kid, the internet didn't exist yet. Um, so like, yeah, that might like boggle the mind of some people. Um, so I mean, like, the stuff that I did as a kid is stuff that like would be boring to kids now. Like, I mean, like on my own. When on my own, I would be like oh geez, there are so many things that I did. Like I grew up across the street from trains, so like I would put like coins on the tracks and get them when they were after they were flattened. There was okay, so power companies or electric companies, they have really big spools of wire. And I lived close by to where they stored that wire, but this wire also was not like blocked off, like it wasn't protected, it wasn't in a building, it was literally just like wherever they drove up to pick it up. So me and like my family, or like my siblings and my friends, we would go over there and we would actually climb up on these big spools of wire and basically just like roll them from one side of the area to the other, which is just, I mean, that was just fun because it's not something you're supposed to do. There were other things that I'm not actually going to talk about because I don't want to give anybody ideas. But yeah, no, it was born in the 80s. We'll just say that I was born before the internet was really a thing. So, as I've mentioned in the past, I don't like to give too much personal information. But I'm old enough to remember the world before the internet was everywhere. Give me vibes of the 70s. Peace and love, man. Was that the 60s? No, that'd be the 70s, right? That 70s show, Make Love Not War. The 50s? Nah, the 50s was like June Cleaver. Actually, no, you know what? You might be right. 60s and 70s were 60s and 70s with the hippie years. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of that 70s show, and I think it was the 60s and 70s. It was like Make Love Not War. I don't think that was the 50s. I think it was like with whatever, Vietnam, when that phrase became popular. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. And I doubt it will be the last. Better. Pinhead, more like see, I'm pretty sure you meant Pipehead, but you undercut yourself there, Melanie. Sounds like you're about the same age as my mom in early. Well, I don't know how old your mom is. Pinpy? Okay, I'm gonna have to Google what Pinpy head is then. If that was not a typo, because I have no idea. Okay, so wait, what's a pinpee? Well, in the 70s too. Well, there you go. We'll say that I'm in that area. Or era? Let's go with era. I'm in that era. I'm within that time frame. It's... Hey, now, how do you know it's not 1797? Come on. Or 1679? Huh? Oh, shoot. Close the window. Do I remember when there we go, 1070. Yes, there you go. That's perfect. Do I remember when Mount St. Helens erupted? I remember the days. Mount St. Helen, that's for you young whippersnappers. Talking about like Mount Pompeii. Mount Vesuvius. Come on. Now we're getting into it. I'm actually enjoying this now. How about this? It was one of the years that existed before you were born. How about that? I feel like that's an accurate... yeah. I feel like that's an accurate description. It was one of the years that occurred before you were born. Yeah, there you go. 1990. That is a year that occurred before you were born. I mean, there are other years as well, but that would be one of the years. Yeah, it's probably a better skin tone. I'm trying to make I believe his name is Johnny Dogs from Peaky Blinders. Everybody tells me I need to watch this show, especially if you like Breaking Bad. but I have not. I still have not watched it. So, and honestly, I probably won't start watching it until it's completely over. I think they're in their last season. (127 BC). Ooh, close. It's just 27 BC. Not quite that old. No, what's really funny though is I actually made. I used to work with a guy who. Okay, year one, Batman year one. But no, I actually used to work with a guy that. Like he would give me crap for being old because I was. I was old enough to be his father. So I would give him crap about the things that I did with his mom, which was unsettling because I actually could have. So it actually got really funny when one time I mentioned a specific stuffed animal, which to me was just a random stuffed animal. Like it was an odd stuffed animal. It wasn't like a bear. Um, but yeah, it was a bit of an odd stuffed animal. I just randomly threw out there, and he was like, "Okay, now I'm a little freaked out because she actually does have one of those." I was like, "All right, well, tell her I say hi." Oh, it was really fun. One time, one time when he gave me crap, like, uh, I think Gorkous is 39, 3-9. I'm 3-9. No, one time I asked the guy. I just went to him. I was like, "Who's your daddy?" And like after giving him his crap about like stuff with his mom, he was like, "You don't know, do you?" Or I was like, "You don't know, do you? It could be me. You don't know." Oh no, not the cheeks. No, we already discussed this. I'm 27 BC. So that would make me 2049. 2004, yeah, 2049. Well, I mean this year just started, so 2048. I'm gonna round down there. How many zeros is that anyway? I can't be older than the planet. I guess that I mean if somebody says that you're older than dirt, that would technically count. I mean technically I could be older than dirt. You don't know. And thank you, Yoris is the only one standing up for me. Thank you, Yoris. It's you are 48, and then some, or not some. Age is just a number. It is well, yeah. I mean, it is just a number, but that number continues to increase with every passing year. But help me, Melanie, tell me how I gave it away. Yes, but it's a special number. Okay, but it's a special number. I mean, it's only special to those that, share that number. What if we live in Saturn? How old are us? How old are... in Saturn? See, that's actually an interesting question. Hold on a second. Let me see. So... Okay, hold on. Ooh. Okay, so I just looked this up. Okay, so Melanie, you said that you were born in 1991. So Saturn goes around the sun. Saturn goes around the sun every 29.4 Earth years. So if we lived on Saturn, Melanie would be a little over 1 year old. Okay, so I shouldn't state unequivocally that Melanie was born in 1991. That's the number that I'm going with, because she said that 1990 was before she was is a year before she was born. So a little over 1 year old if we were living on Saturn, because a year is like how long it takes to go around the sun completely. Right? One rotation around the sun. And it takes 29.4 Earth years for Saturn to get around the sun. Melanie would be a baby. She would be a baby. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a baby again, though. I mean, no solid foods. Constantly, just crapping in your pants. Couldn't play video games. Wouldn't be able to. Wouldn't have the dexterity. Yeah. I mean, there is that, but I mean, you can be a bit older than a baby, not really have any responsibility, and not crap your pants. I'm really focused on that whole not pants crapping thing. I feel like that's a big perk that a lot of people don't think about as a baby. I mean, that's true. But here's the thing, though, Melanie. You can do that at any point in your life. You really, right? Whenever you feel like it, you can just go ahead and do it. You'll get judged, sure, but you can still do it whenever you feel like it. And hey, if you live long enough, you get to do it again. So there you go. I mean, there's a perk, I guess. Granted, if you do live long enough, you probably won't realize that you did it. But at the same time, I don't think a baby's going to realize that they did it either. They'll just realize that they're uncomfortable. Oh, have you, oh wait, no, Melanie, I suppose you just feel something, and that would be it. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe you're sitting in mud. Eh. But, Melanie, since you really like horror and horror-themed, horror games, yeah, have you heard anything about Dying Light 2? I think it just came out earlier this week. I could be wrong on that. Oh, okay. But you did hear that the Evil Dead game was postponed, right? Oh, okay. I was trying to find the name of the actor who plays the character that I'm currently trying to make. I saw the name Packy Lee, but I didn't realize that was actually his name. The name Packy Lee just doesn't sound. The name Packy Lee sounds like a fake name. But anyway, try Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame 5. I didn't know they came out with a 5th game for that series. But yeah, we actually never discussed what you should do with your katana. Like the one that I have is honestly I actually just have it on like a single. It's just a display meant for one sword, specifically one katana. Yeah, I mean, but mine's also just decorative. It's not meant to be functional. Okay. See, I think that that series came out, I think, around the same time as like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, but like instead of anything to instead of like guns or anything to really defend yourself, you took pictures of the ghosts, which captured them. If I remember correctly, anyway. It was an interesting concept, but I never really got into it. But is okay. So Yoris, did Fatal Frame 5, was that a remaster that they how do I say this? Did they remaster it and then resell it as a sequel, like with the Yakuza games? They redid the original Yakuza and then sold it as like Yakuza 0, I think. Or is it just like a straight up like with the Resident Evil 4? Like that game originally came out for whatever, the PlayStation or GameCube or whatever, and they've continued to re-release it, but with updated graphics and still calling it Resident Evil 4. Okay, so they just okay, so they transferred it over, but kept it the same. Yeah, because that's what they did with again, I think it was the Resident Evil series. Like they released them all on the GameCube, if I remember correctly. Because they wanted them all to be playable on the same system. But they also made it an exclusive to GameCube until they needed more money. Then they released it on other systems. This Destroyers. The Supremacy? I honestly do not know what the Supremacy is. Have you watched Star Wars Visions? Like there was some destroyer on there that was like two destroyers connected to each other. Oh, Supremacy is actually pretty, like, it reminds me of like a whatever, the stealth bomber. Like it just looks like a giant wing. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. Melanie, if you haven't seen Star Wars Visions, and if you like Star Wars, it's non-canon. That much they make clear. But there is this one episode that is heavily influenced by the Japanese culture, and specifically like samurais. It's actually, like, that one's a pretty interesting episode. Original characters. I've done a handful. Right now, Yoris, I did a collaboration with Cali Gaming. I think Melanie was in that was in that stream when I was doing that one. Of a character that it started off as an inside joke based on one of Callie's videos, but I like the idea of it so much. I've actually been working on like a backstory and everything for it. A character named the Charcuterie Killer, but yeah, and that one I'm actually trying to I'm trying, and that's the key word here. Please remember that. I'm trying to make something like an intro to it, along the same lines as the like the legendary bounties. Keep in mind, I am not Rockstar, so it won't be nearly as good. And my skills with my editing tools also not the best. But I'm going to be trying my best, and that's probably going to be the next original character that I put up. But I've had a few original characters. There's like the caveman character that I put up. There was a like a circus strongman character. That might actually be it at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I would already have more up there, but like I said, I'm trying to make this one a little bit fancier, just because it was a collaboration, and you know, I don't want to just throw it up as like some some random character that only like two people might appreciate. I feel like if I actually like created a backstory for the character, others might appreciate it as well and enjoy it more. So, yeah. Okay, so yours, you sorry, I went on a bit of a ramble there. But so yours, you were in on that stream as well? I haven't seen this Chucky TV series. I've been wanting to. Is it is a continuation from the original film series, right? I remember them like I remember in like reviews and stuff, like him referencing the kid that he had. Yeah, and it's not a continuation of the Chucky reboot with the whatever the corrupted AI. Yeah, so I haven't seen it, but I am interested in seeing it. I'm trying to remember what like how to watch it. I don't believe it's on a streaming service. Or is that HBO? Like how would I watch it? Like what network is it on, or what like streaming service? Oh, his eyes are too sunken in. I forgot. Well, how dare you tempt me with TV viewing possibilities and then yank the rug from under me. Chucky TV series. Oh, it's on Sci-Fi. Do you know if it was picked up for a second season? Yeah, I mean, I'm looking online and it says that it was on Sci-Fi. It premiered on Sci-Fi, or the USA Network. But I want to say stuff on the Sci-Fi Network has gone to Hulu in the past. For free on USA with no subscription. First of all, hey Nom Nom, how you doing? Welcome to the chat or live stream or however you want to look at this. You can watch the Chucky TV series for free on USA with no subscription. So okay, so now I'm getting kind of excited about this. So, is that an app for your phone? If, I have a smart TV, is there a USA app? Because unless you're just talking about cable, in which case I don't have cable. That would cause some problems. Yeah, no, Melanie, when Nom Nom first showed on the scene here, I told him the same thing. I was like, it's just awesome. And it's not just Nom Nom, it's like with a question mark. Nom Nom? Nom Nom. Anyway, my apologies. Like, if I were to be starting my YouTube channel now, I would probably call it Nom Nom. Honestly, that's how good of a name it is. It's Ooga Booga. All right, I've got to check this right now then. USA Network. Oh, there's a Sci-Fi app also. You know, I'm gonna download that one too, just in case. Ugh, ugh. See, nothing is as good as Nom Nom, though. Come on. I mean, Ugh Ugh is good too, but Nom Nom is better. I sound tired. I am a little tired. Not gonna lie. But Nub. How about Nub Nub instead? Nub Nub. I'm just talking about the Ewoks earlier. Dave is the pest name. I mean, it's not bad. Vin Diesel. Hello, the boss. Believe it or not, Vin Diesel is one of the characters that I'll be uploading here within the week. So, good timing on that. Bob. I feel like, I mean, like, Yimmy. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Bob only works if like you're saying it in like a somewhat insulting tone. You know, it's not Bob. It's like Bob. Oops. Yimmy's not bad though. There is actually a scar on this guy's face. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Man, that might be a good name for Hitmonkey if he was starting a YouTube. I'm trying to. Can show you. I'm trying to think of a way that would be possible. I mean, tell you what, if you if you can either upload it to what is it, Reddit? Like either Reddit or you can upload it to your own YouTube account. I should be able to look at it that way. But I'll tell you right now, a lot of people have tried making Arthur. I've even tried making Arthur. And like it's almost as if Rockstar has made certain things, characteristics completely unavailable. So you can get kind of close, but like I haven't been able to make a single character that I felt was like I was totally happy with. I always felt it was just a little too off. It was okay, but it was off by a little bit too much for me to be truly happy with it. Actually, Vinny is the best name. Oh, well, my cousin Vinny. Okay, I'm gonna change those eyebrows. I look at different pictures of this guy, and he it's like he changes his eyebrows. He gets them plucked differently. All right, yeah, Nom Nom. Once you upload that, just let me know. I'll check it out. And if you can put the sliders in there, kind of like what I do with my videos, that would do a lot of that would help out a lot. Just because, like, I might say like, yeah, maybe you should make his chin like higher, or his eyes should be further apart or something, but you might have the slider all the way over already. So I know that's happened a few times, especially with the chin. Like I'll want to make the chin of a character like more narrow, but it's just not possible because the slider's already all the way over. Elvis Presley, Bruce Campbell character. Um, how long ago? Like, I know that like you brought it up, whatever, last week, the week before. Do you remember how long ago it was when you first requested it? Because I'll be honest, like I'm trying desperately to get caught up with all the character requests. Like this one is from about 4.5 months ago. So yeah, but I know you made it last week, but didn't you request it like a while back also? Or am I just imagining that? Yeah. Honestly, I have been like scratch my ear, my headphones are falling off. All right. Um yeah, so I have been a little bit more lenient on my rule of, you know, I of doing the requests in order, just because like some of them I just get completely hung up on, and then there's other characters where I'm like, I would really like to make that, but somebody like there's like 20 requests ahead of it. So I have been a little bit more, a little less restrictive with my own rules. Because I mean, this way it also keeps me more entertained and engaged as well. And I mean, that's really what this whole thing started out as, is like, if I wanted to, you know, just basically have another job that I don't get paid for, just taking requests and making them. But I want this to be entertaining for me too. So. Yeah, but I mean the problem, Melanie, is that like I can't just take the Bruce Campbell character I made and make a couple of adjustments, because like between the Bruce Campbell, the Ash Williams character that I made, and like him as Elvis from Bubba Hotep, like there are so many changes over the years that have happened on his face. Um that it would probably be a completely different heritage, and I would have to be starting from scratch. So, yeah, Heritage 19. I think that is the heritage that I used for Arthur, for my Arthur anyway. I know a lot of people use what is it, 17? I think 18. A lot of people use 18 for Arthur, but yeah. Well, I mean, this obviously does not look like Arthur, but yeah, no, I do believe that Arthur, the one I used was Heritage 19. Yeah, I mean, I think most people use 17 or sorry 18 Heritage 18 just because um like Arthur has some like the dude's got cheekbones. Like we all know that. He's got cheekbones, he's got a chin on him. So like Heritage 18 is just that's the most pronounced kind of stuff on that look. But yeah, I would say 19 is probably the best overall heritage for Arthur. You know, there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like John. I just made a John tutorial too. I don't remember what heritage I used for him, but that was also the Red Dead 1 model as well. Like Red Dead 2, they prettied him up quite a bit. So, and then like even with Red Dead 2, like the storyline, he looks different than he does in the epilogue. So, kind of disappointed in Rockstar for cutting corner like that. Didn't make any sense in my opinion. Yeah, and Yoris, I'm glad you found it helpful. Um, I mean, like even if like 99% of the people think that one of my tutorials are are like the best they've ever seen, there's still going to be people who think that it looks different one way or another, and they make their own tweaks. The way I see it, I mean, if I can get somebody like 90% of the way there, um, then I'm happy with it. I feel like I've done what I needed to. Heritage 9. I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, I think 11 was the heritage I ended up using. I could be wrong, but I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. Mostly because of those like deep lines going from his nose to his mouth. Jarthur Morstan. Yeah, I mean, really, that's what it was in the epilogue for the second game. It was like they just basically took Arthur's body model and stretched John's face on it. Just it didn't look right. And what makes it even worse is that like John's hair will grow in the game, which is understandable. But you like after like the initial hairstyle, you can never get his hair back. Like there is no John Marston haircut that you can get. All right, Melanie. Yeah, you have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. It's good having you here. And we'll see you later. Man versus history. Hey man, how you doing? I'm doing all right. This is yet another stream where I had planned on being on for only a short bit, and it's turned into like 2 hours. So how are you doing? That's good to hear. I saw the video with the that you had mentioned before with the sorry, it's getting late here. It's going on 11 o'clock for me, and I've been up since like 6. I saw your recent video with the stagecoach and deliveries. That was really cool. I'm trying to make Johnny Dogs from the show Peaky Blinders. It was a request somebody made. I'm trying to catch up with like all the requests that people have been putting in. This particular person has been waiting for about 4.5 months. So but I am trying. Yeah, no, man versus history is much appreciated. Always happy to have you here. You know, whether it's a few minutes or like an hour, dude, it's always good to have you here. It's fun to pick your brain when you're able to stay for a bit longer. But definitely thanks for jumping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. I'm realizing this is getting harder to... Oops. It's getting harder to be accurate the more tired I'm getting. Yeah, you too, man. Have a great weekend. Well, great week, like, cause yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't hear from you for at least a week. But yeah, dude. Um, yeah, have a great week. Now, anybody who's watching this video right now, that's Man vs. History. He has a YouTube channel that that focuses. I mean, it's mostly on like the Old West and stuff like that. His I mean, as his name implies, he's comparing like. He talks about the actual history. It's really interesting. He does it in a fun way, an entertaining way, but like he'll also compare a lot of it to what happens in like the Red Dead game, Red Dead Online, and it's just if you guys haven't checked out his channel, please do. It's it's a really fun way to learn about that specific era of the Old West, and he's going to be expanding what he does into like things that they used during the time, certain myths or what have you, from that time period as well. So as interesting and fun as this channel is already, it's going to be even more interesting and fun coming up here. So by all means, people, just if you hear me talk about this, please check it out, because it is really cool. But Nom Nom, do hate to disappoint you here, man, but I don't pay attention to football. I really don't pay. I was just talking to somebody at work about this too. Like I was in like so many different sports growing up that I think I just got burned out on it all. Like I was, football, t-ball when I was really young, basketball, soccer, just basically everything. And I just, I think I just burned out on it. Like it was something that I was ended up being forced to have to do, as opposed to just wanting to do it. So it's like, I mean, when you get signed up to play for a season, you gotta go. And I haven't been into it since. So, sorry, man. I've had enough. No. Why were you about to start talking about the Super Bowl coming up? Like the last time I really paid attention to any sport was probably when the Cubs won the World Series, and that's more because of like Back to the Future was only 1 year off, or 2 years off. I thought that was funny. Like there was the home run record, the home run record with Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire from like, I don't know what it was, like 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, unfortunately, I really don't pay attention much to sports, and especially, and here's the thing, is that I don't want to seem like I'm like crapping all over sports or anything like that, but the city that I actually went to college in would have training camp for my state's the football team, their NFL team. And every year it was, honestly, it just continued to degrade my opinion of, well, football players specifically, but like it didn't help with sports in general at that point. It's just whenever they showed up, the team showed up, like they always basically acted like they were royalty. Like everybody should bow to them. They should be getting free stuff. Everybody should get out of their way. And I mean, chances are the players that weren't like that just were chilling at their at their hotel or whatever instead. But the ones that interacted with the people, that's what you came across. So, yeah. Sorry about that, Nom Nom. But again, that's just my experience. I'm willing to bet that they aren't, like, not all football players or anything are like that, but it does leave an impression on you. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Have you met any like sports athletes? I was gonna be like, have you met any sports ballers? Like no, there's a word. There's a word for those people. They're called athletes. Ah. It is. No, that's actually really cool of you. A lot of people wouldn't have cared what they were doing. Like they could have been feeding their child or whatever. Um, and they still would have interrupted and be like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" But no, it's really cool that you didn't actually, like, you didn't interrupt them or bother them. I don't know. I don't want to say bother really, because like some people don't care. Some people are just like, well, it's really cool to be recognized and everything. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of right there with you, where it's like, even if they generally don't mind, chances are they wouldn't really want to have their meal interrupted. Man, that jawline, I don't like that jawline. All right. Well, hey, tell you what, not. Oh, wait, sorry. Well, there you go. Yeah, no, that's. See, like, if they're walking out of a mall or something like that, I'll be honest, I might still like ask for an autograph or a picture with them or something. Like the meal definitely one thing. Like they're trying to eat, you know. But if they're just like leaving a store, heading back to their car or something, and I recognize them as a celebrity, or somebody that, like, you know, I consider a celebrity, and keep in mind my idea of celebrity is, you know, typically something geeky related, nerdy, geeky, etc. But yeah. Anyway, but no, I mean, dude, it's great that you respect people's boundaries and personal space like that. Like I said, not a lot of people would. Like eating, I definitely would. Leaving the mall, less of a chance that I would. I'll be honest. But and no, it's still very cool that you do respect people's boundaries like that. But tell you what, I have been on here for about an hour longer than I originally intended, so I'm gonna sign off. I think I'm about as good as I can get on this guy. There might be a couple tweaks I can do yet quick, but I think I'm pretty much done with him. But dude, thank you for hanging out. It was really cool having you here, chatting. And to everybody else that joined the live stream at some point here. Always appreciate having people to talk to here. Makes the whole process a whole lot more fun for me. So, nom nom. I wish you good night. Anybody else that might be watching this at any other point, have a good night, and or have a good day. But all right. All right. Yeah, thanks, Nom Nom. I appreciate it, man. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.